Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this. So, yeah, I mean, we played the wizard a little bit last time. How was Dom's 5 earlier? Yeah, I tried that off stream with Stormworm. It's a fun game, and it looks like there's an enormous amount of stuff to it. I feel like learning it is on par with like learning to play an instrument. there's just so much crap to it, which is not really a bad thing. It's just lengthy. That's all. So that's interesting. So there actually is a food timer here. It says food expires in less than 5 minutes. So I am not crazy. It does in fact punish you if you don't get it fast enough. But anyway, yeah, Dom's 5, I mean, it's cool. It's just... It's quite a lot to it, you know? I mean, we didn't even come close to finishing a single game, I don't think. Definitely grand strategy, you know, if you're familiar with that label. Alright, so with regards to this game, It Lurks Below, as we found out last time, this is basically like Terraria meets Diablo. And it's not bad. I think that the subsystems in the game, though, are just kinda... They're just kind of... I don't want to say boring, but... like, superfluous, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for. I don't know. Like, this whole town thing is cool and all, but it just feels unnecessary. And there's a mode that avoids all this, so I might, if I don't get bored of it, I might go ahead and try at some point. Like the mode that skips the whole town system. Anyway, what we would like to do, if possible, is figure out some of that stuff that we just learned how to build. Yeah, these things. So we can make these crystal bulb things now. Which is cool and all. You're gonna learn Dwarf Fortress in GMAT? My god. Yeah, that sounds like a job and a half. It's a very complicated game in and of itself. This pick does not produce blocks, just ore? Huh. Curious. Anyway, what we learned to do was to grow all this crap. So we can make a composter, which we already did. We can apparently make bulbs for ore plants, bulbs for crystal plants, and saplings for golden trees. So I need to figure out how to do that. I assume it's in this farming recipes list. Okay. These are these ore bulbs. Great. How about that gold tree? No such thing. Okay, maybe it's in blueprints? I'd also like to make this Wizard of Space and Time thing. We're gonna need a lot more shaped stone for that, though. But what about that golden thing? If I just go to show all... No. Ever hear of a game called the Lobotomy Corporation? Nope, I've not heard of that. Interesting name, though. Let's give this dude our copper ore. Looks like Slay the Spire. Huh, well, I do like Slay the Spire a lot. Man, where the hell is the golden tree? I assure you it was here. I mean, it's gotta be in farming recipes. These are all bulbs. I'll just look at all of them, I guess. Oh, there it is. No, it's right at the beginning. Golden fertilizer. Well, no clue how to get that. This game is just like, it's just densely packed with what I would call bloat, but I think some people might disagree with me on that. It seems a bit bloated. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and talk to this fella. Give him all my runes. Give him this stupid thing. Take back my shaped stone brick. And we're gonna take a look. We're gonna see what do we need to make 29 shaped stone bricks. Looks like we need 29 cobblestone. I have all of 0. It looks like bloat to me. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I don't think this is a particularly focused game. I've said this about CDDA as well, actually. Like, I think it's a game that's not sure what it wants to be. Like, I think it's got a lot of fun little subsystems in it, and it's going out in about 30 different directions to try to make those subsystems into something fun. But, like, it's doing all of them, I wouldn't say poorly, but, like, there's little problems in each of them. And, like, they don't seem to connect well to each other. You know, like, this whole food and fatigue system just seems kind of, like, tacked on. I'm not particularly clear on what the point of it is. Okay, shall I go crazy and put this on top of this? We absolutely can do this if we put some dirt on there. That'll be a real fun time. This is absolutely how we're building this thing, because I have a keen eye for aesthetics. Oh no, that's all the calcite that I have? No way. I definitely have more. It's gotta be in here. After all, we gotta make it look good. Good old Terraria stacked housing, that's right. Super important to stack your housing. Oh, we need a little bit more. Somehow more annoying than Terraria stacked housing, in fact. Because I have to have a solid foundation. That's cool. Put a house on top of this, this one over here, too. So that's ideal, really. Device with a big red button. Push the big red button. Okay. Before I check what this chick has to say, I guess I should... The hell am I? Okay. Alright, it's the Hag of Halloween. I think the game still thinks it's around Halloween. This may or may not be abandonware. I'm not sure. It's a bunch of crap. I don't think this does anything. I think it's all cosmetic. It's playing faux Minecraft music. I know, right? And this is all cosmetic. At least I think it is. Okay. So this just teleports me back and forth. Is this like the Halloween world? I see this is where that harvest maze is. If I look at the map, I am mildly curious where I am. Guess I can get free survival ranks this way. What should I put my points into? Refrigerator to store food. Ore no longer bounces away, that'd be nice. Let's get experience instead. So we'll level up this stuff. Sounds like a Twitch notification. It does, doesn't it? Okay, so we're getting all this harvest maze in this strange Halloween world. Does it just go on forever, I wonder? I doubt it. Neat little background, I have to admit. Okay, no, this does not go on forever. If you look at the mini-map, it's very clearly looping back around. Well, I guess I have a second little world to put things in. Just grab all this stuff, I suppose. We need it for that quest thing that we found before. Okay, how much do we have? Probably not the 500 that I wanted. 122. I should probably talk to this woman, huh? First I'll talk to her. Actually, I already talked to the other one. This is just the wizard, okay. Normal world book. Regenerate and respawn the dungeon in normal difficulty. Deletes all items, blocks, and objects in the dungeon. Interesting. Why would you want to do this? Okay, odd. Alright. Okay, so you can actually use that from the inventory. Neat. Okay, how about those harvest seeds? I guess you can only plant these in your little garden area. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, cool. Terrific. But yeah, like all this entire food system, the entire resting system, like almost everything about it is just kind of it's certainly there, you know. It's more of an interruption than anything, you know. It doesn't feel like it's really doesn't feel particularly integrated, if you catch my meaning. It almost feels like it's just like, hey, you wanna spend time doing this, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, this was in fact made by a Blizzard North guy, which automatically earns the dude respect from me. I just don't know, I don't know if he hit the mark with it. I know I probably sound like I'm complaining a lot. I don't hate the game, obviously. I'm playing it for a second time of my own free will, so there must have been something about it that made me interested, you know. Is there anything else that gives me experience here? The kinks need to be ironed out. Yeah, I think it's a little muddled, is probably my biggest complaint about it. Like, yeah, it's rough around the edges, it's made by one dude, whatever, fine, I can tolerate pretty much any amount of that, but, I think the biggest problem is how muddled all these things, all these different mechanics in the game are. Learn how to make a potion that makes you invulnerable for 3 seconds, that sounds pretty cool. Automatically replace potions of the same type in your active VAR from your inventory, okay. Okay, baby, we can make potions now, I guess. Expected from an open world game? Yeah, I suppose. So I want to check something. So the reason I needed that harvest maze was because of this wacky egg. But I can't do anything with it until I have 500 harvest maze. I guess once we have some slots free in our garden, we'll deal with that. Alright, let's go kill some stuff. Okay, so this is where we fought the boss before. Oops. Okay, so I kind of am not sure. I guess I was way off to the east when I dug down into the lower layer here. But this should be fine. That's mithril. We kind of wanted more of it anyway because we don't have any mithril armor yet. We would like to make that. We only have the 1 bar. Kind of under-geared. Oh, hello. Oh, right. I have a dragon. Just remember that, I guess. Well, you know, we are the wizard. I found out there's apparently you can play as a necromancer in this game. I knew that, but apparently you can become a lich at some point with that guy and just fly around. Kinda cool. It's not nearly as cool as my ability though to teleport wherever I want on the screen. Okay, there's more. Yeah, let's form is pretty based, I must admit. Let's go here. Oh, hello, giant pile of guys that are loading my ass. Ah, okay, these guys shoot. The slimy guys could not shoot before. The dungeon part is really cool. Well, it's clearly this is where the soul of the game is. This is the game the dude wanted to make, you know, and I think that is extremely obvious. And I'm not like trying to dog on the guy, but I think the game it's trying to do too many things at the same time. And I have yet to see a game other than Terraria that manages to pull that off in a way that feels good, you know. Everything else is just fluff. Yeah, that is also my instinct. Okay, this is eye level 14, 84 to 140. Does the music seem a little bit loud to you guys? Am I wrong about that? Should I turn that down? Kind of hard to tell. It is loud. All right, let's fix that. It kind of that's another one of those little like rough around the edges kind of things. The audio in general is a bit loud. All right, let's cut it down to like 25-ish. Yeah, there's a lot of little rough things about this game that surprised me a lot. One of the biggest ones is like, what is going on here on this title screen? Like, why is there no music here? You know, it's very. I don't want to say that it's like somebody didn't care, because I mean, I don't know, maybe this is, you know, he wants to work on what he wants to work on, but I don't know, it's a little questionable. Okay. Crystal of Speed, huh? Total armor increased by 14%. Well, that seems good. All my stuff is currently giving me health. But armor is probably better for me. Doesn't match that. Ooh. Oh, interesting. The slot has to match the shape. That's kind of cool. Okay. I swear that, like, turning down the volume on that didn't really change much, did it? You would think it would be half as loud, you know, from 50% to 25%, but it doesn't seem that way. Not quite as deafening. Well, I'd like it to be comfortable for both you and me. Oh shit. So they can break walls, which is honestly cool. Let's teleport home. Berries for days, man. Is there any way I can just, like, get rid of these things? Like, no? Like, hell yeah, I can. I think we don't need berries. I don't think we need berries ever again. We are the chicken master, you know what I mean? Just pick up the entire building is what we'll do. Oh right, there's this bug. Wow, that's hilarious. If you pick it up, it leaves that, but it takes away the mound. Oh man, okay. Up until that louder part of it. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna fix that a little bit more. But that's the thing, is like, that's a thing about video game soundtracks, is you don't want that to happen, you know? You don't want to have a soundtrack that's roughly the same volume and then all of a sudden, it kicks up, you know, significantly louder than the rest of the soundtrack. Kind of a really easy mistake to make, or really, really obvious thing to... It's actually not an easy mistake to make. You'd think that would be really clearly an issue, you know? Anyway, yeah, let's get rid of all these plants. Okay. Do the same thing again. That torch probably was not an issue. And then I would like to not plant berry seeds, not plant those berry seeds either. I want to plant maize seeds. Cool. Okay, I want to put a single wand in here. Yeah, these two are going to be my backup wands. Cool. Go over here, we'll sell these things. Seems good. Seems real good, in fact. I'd like to build some mithril armor, actually, and see if it has a diamond slot or not, since that's probably how we use those crystals. It's clear that a lot more thought went into the progression of like dungeon items and dungeon enemies and things than probably the rest of the game. Because, for example, I noticed that if I kill a rat right now, it reduces the amount of experience I get by 100%, which is interesting. I think that as you fight lower level enemies, it does reduce the amount of experience you get, so it's kind of cool. Okay, wait a minute. First we want to go over here. Awesome. We have 11 mithril bars. Then we want to make armor. 125 versus 189. We don't really want to replace our pants since we already have this thing, which is giving me more experience. Even though this is better. These do have triangle crystal slots, by the way. Okay. So like if I tried to put this here, it wouldn't fit. But that's cool, that works. Also, we move faster, I guess. Is that a crystal of... Oh, it does give me 9 speed. Huh. Well, that's really good. Really handy. Sell those boots. I guess, selling equipment, even if you make it, is worth a decent amount of gold. Although we still only have 2,200, and we would need 50,000 to upgrade anything to level 3, and 5,000 to upgrade things to level 2. Now, before I go teleporting, I want to check this place out one more time. This sort of Halloween area. Alright, so there is more maze here. But not nearly as much as before. So we'll just go back. Absolutely messed up my teleporter spell there. I meant to summon my dragon. Also, you know what? I should be using my Scrolls of Blessing. Found something out, by the way. You can put these lanterns anywhere, these torches anywhere, like even from the edge of the screen, which would have been some really useful information to know a little bit earlier. Okay. Well, get this map back up. I apparently mapped my way to some secret rooms, and there's one over here. I think I'm just gonna dig down, to be honest. Hi. So yeah, like we can do this. Make sure I don't get bamboozled. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's probably nothing I care about. Hello. So some mithril there. I'm gonna see if there's any more. Some more down there. Don't even need the background blocks. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Alright, I guess. And I get to do this if I want to. Dare I ask what this stuff is? Do I want to know what this stuff is? Rune word chest. It does look like slime. Okay. It's rather hard to jump through this stuff, I have to say. However, the fire makes short work of this stuff if I can get them in range of it, you know. Rune word chest. Ah, okay, this is where I get all my runes, huh? This is what we've been waiting for. Good news, a new mushroom to try. What does this do? The familiar folio. Well, I don't know what that does. Unknown rare wand. Well, this does 102 to 170 damage, so I think we're going with that. Have I found statue form? I have not. Sadly, I have not found statue form. I guess we'll have to quit the game. Okay, what's up, guys? Let's go over here. Oh. The day mushroom of poison. Seems safe to eat. Certainly not poisonous. Okay. So before I come and deal with this stuff, let's go back home real quick and sell some crap. Just like all of these wands, really? Wait, what was that? Yes, that's fine. Bye-bye. We may actually have enough runes now to do some cool stuff. Maybe I can finally make myself a ring. We have Mole, we have Zed, we have Zai, we have Mew. We have a bunch of Mew, in fact. 2 Zais and 1 Allah. Not to be confused with Hala. 1 Allah rune. I know we need 3 of those to make a ring. Make Mew runes, we can make Zai runes. Cannot make Allah runes, which is what we would really like to have. Show magical objects. 3 Allah rune, 5 Allah rune. How do you make Allah runes, man? That's what we need, but it's mostly just ways to make more Mew runes. Okay, well that's not happening for me. I guess this stuff is not harvestable. Okay. We have enough. We have enough mithril, I think, to make maybe a helmet. But yeah, like, look at this sleeping system, you know, it's just feels unnecessary. You don't have the Herodric cube. Yeah, it seems I don't have quite a treasure there in that Herodric cube. Alright, is this enough? Yeah, it is. Attack power 4. Well, I doubt that does very much for us, if anything, but whatever. It's fine. Now I look extremely silly with this weird combination of armors. Now I want to play Diablo 2. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the same effect this game is having on me. Like, ultimately this is just reminding me of a far older game that I want to play more. This is not doing much damage. Are these guys resistant to cold? I guess this is the cold part of the game, so it would make sense. Of course, we have that fire thing that I keep doing, so... What's up, buddy? Coquitas? I don't think so. I think it's just a cold dungeon. Not quite so exciting as hell itself. Mustard mushroom of curing. Huh? That is a... oh, magic find. Hell yeah. I like to find magic. Okay, sure. Sure. Alright, well that's cool. That's an awful lot of, mithril. Oh, also, apparently I had a, an upgrade here. What should we get? I guess I'll get this stuff. Reward the Thunderstorm text. Congrats on reaching level 20. You'll get your final class ancient class item at level 25. Okay. Thunderstorm text. Explode in a shower of reflective lightning bolts all around you. Well, let's just see. It's kind of cool, I guess. We'll upgrade it, I suppose, because that's, like, really cheap. Wonder if I can change the hotkey of that thing. Oh, this goes all the way to rank 9? How long is this game? Jesus. Let's, we are going to burn this town down, they say. Doesn't seem to be something they're able to do. Seems like they'll have a very hard time doing that when they can't navigate holes in the ground. Teeth stuff spreads whenever there's an invasion. Is that so? Well, apparently I'm going to be able to destroy it soon with the divine... divine pickaxe, but I don't know if I see the point of this stuff existing, since it's like... it doesn't seem to do anything. Monsters don't spawn from it. Doesn't seem to really stop me from... I mean, presumably it might... I guess it's, like, possible that it might, stop me from having my town on it, maybe. But, I'm not convinced. I tell you, big complaint about this invasion system, outside of the fact that it feels kind of superfluous and I'm not sure what the point is, half the army, like, runs around the world and forces you to chase it across the entire planet. Every single time, basically. Also, there's this, exciting, fun situation where you end up shooting for 400 years. Really well-designed combat there. Okay, Deadly Nimble. Oh, that's one of those special non-class, ancient items. So this is... let's see, every time you crit... gain 50% dodge and 5 times rank percentage critical damage for the next 3 seconds. So... like, right-clicking this doesn't actually do anything. other than like activate it, I think. It's right there. I have to actually crit though. Interesting. It's pretty interesting, I guess. Move these around a little bit. (102 to 107 damage on this poison wand, which is not identified. It's one of these split shot things. I don't want that. Is there anything I can do to, whoops, to harvest more of these things? That'd be pretty cool if I could, but it looks like I've already gone. Oh, hey, learn how to make a greenhouse building to grow anything, anytime. Yeah, forget ore, man, we need that. Anything, anytime. Okay, that's more slots to grow stuff, that's really important. Seems like it might be anyway. Oh, wait a minute. That's a way to get more experience faster. We should be doing this. Every time you plant, you get 25% more experience. Planting 2 crops per seed. Yeah, that's what we needed. Alright, oops. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the next path we take. Okay. Okay, okay. This is probably not enough to make anything that we need. Leg plates, chest guard, nope. Okay. As I said before, there is this area over here which got revealed, I thought, by a scroll of discovery. Yeah, check it out. There's more of these runeward chests. For some reason it's just giving me compost, though. Alrighty, I'll grab this. Some of this stuff is dropped down here. So it was correct, there were in fact secrets here. Except there's just like literal poop coming out of these chests. I'm not very impressed. Uh-huh, okay. Give me that gem. what did we get? A Z rune and a Mu rune. Not particularly what we needed. There's a hit point crystal that's a diamond. That's good. Let's get rid of the attack power one. Sharp crystal's pretty amazing. We'll probably keep that one. Okay, did that slime just drop meat? Not sure how that works exactly, but okay. Whoops. Oh, it's been a while since I've had to place any tiles, but I guess let's do that real quick. Night Mushroom of Blindness. I think that can be thrown away. Curious how the other characters play, you know? Because, like, not all of them are ranged based. Hello, Wesley. Welcome to the stream. We have this wacky lightning attack now. I think that's another one of those storyline things down there. Shrine glows and you feel empowered. Increases magic find rating by 50%. Well, okay. Oh, I am well aware, Marrow. I plan on streaming that for sure. There's no question. Yeah, no, that game rules. I own it. Thank you for the reminder, though. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have all the mithril we need from these areas here. Yeah. That's gotta be enough for both pieces of equipment. Although I have to admit, I'm reticent to give up the pants that I'm wearing because they increase the amount of experience that I gain. So, like, I kind of want to hang on to these as long as possible. 25% experience gains. Seems like it could be meaningful. Do I have food? Yeah, I do. Hey, I believe in you, Marrow. I'll be sure to raid you if you're ever on when I'm ending a stream as well. Okay, that's gotta be enough. Ooh. This little guy's teleport. Scroll of sustain. Yeah, sure. Okay, we've just discovered a special room. We can go over there if we feel like it, I guess. Yeah, don't worry about it, Marrow. It's always, you know, whatever I can do to help. It's not a problem, you know. Okay, there's one of those uniques. We don't. No. Okay. Luckily, I had a big old stack of healing that I could drink while my cooldown on the teleport was coming back. Notice how they destroy the ore that I was standing on. That's one of the things about this game that's a little bit... Like, I've been talking a lot about how, like, Terraria is generally better made than this, but I think that that's one of the things in this game that actually has Terraria beat. Like, the fact that things can stop you from just chilling out on top of tiles at this point in the game is a little more of a challenge, you know? Granted, they're not that smart. The system could be improved. Oops. Okay, cool. Unknown wand. Type fire. Does the same amount of damage as the cold. Except it is in fact one of those split ones, and we learned before that that cuts the damage down, so we don't want that garbage. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Keep trying to press W to jump is the funniest thing. But yeah, thank you, Wesley. I think I've pretty much figured it out. It said that a chest appeared, so let's make sure we don't miss out on that. Do I have the money to enhance this? Yes, I do. This is so important, I'm gonna do it. Totally worth the 5,000 gold to cut down the cooldown, you know? I'd like to cut down the cooldown on the Firestorm Opus as well, but... doesn't really happen very quickly as we level the thing up. Okay, cool. All that delicious rat meat there. Okay, what do we got going on down here? I could teleport in there, but that seems dangerous as hell, so instead... I can kind of cheese this, but just by, like, pressing W a lot. Not sure if it's really necessary, though. I don't think it is. Whoa! Why am I frozen? Oh, shit. It's like I couldn't move for a second there. Yeah, see that? I think it's the shots that are getting fired by, like, any of these projectiles. If they hit me, there's a chance for me to be frozen. Demon Slayer Crystal. Increase damage to demons by 12%. Uh-huh. Flesh wound minion. What's up, buddy? Recipe Ring of High Jump. Corruption splitting enemies in Terraria used to be able to destroy terrain, but it was removed because it would destroy people's creative towns. Yeah, see, that's the issue, I guess, with Terraria, is, like, you really can't have that much in the way of terrain destruction, or at least if you do, you just can't really have it show up anywhere in the game that a town building could possibly be. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. What's up, buddy? You're level 19. You're also not, not splitting, so 114 to 190 versus 102 to 170. I think that's a pretty good sign that I need to keep you. We're heading west because that's where the secret room is, though we're going to have to take a trip to the town soon. Whoa. Shit, shit. So it's a lot like Diablo where you drink a lot of potions, although unlike Diablo there's not the sort of slow potion time, it just instantly heals you, so it's a matter of spamming F a lot, really. Not enough inventory space, breh. Okay, I can throw away this dirt. Good God, just use these. Some wands. Okay, once we clear this out, we'll... Oh, Mithril doesn't stack very much. Interesting, and that revealed another secret room. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this game kind of gets around all that by making it so your buildings apparently cannot be harmed by things that can break tiles, so kind of interesting. All right, I need inventory space. Okay, what can I get rid of here real quick? Oh, that's copper ore. Let's just put the copper ore in the bank. There should be a way to simply turn copper ore into like the upgraded ore at some kind of premium so that you don't just have this junk in your inventory. This game is incredibly disrespectful of like forcing me to play this sort of inventory management game that I don't want to play. Feels a little silly and unnecessary. Personally. Can you drop things on the ground? Apparently not. I haven't tried it yet, but dragging stuff out doesn't do it. Interesting. Okay. Z rune, Mu rune. Those can go inside of the bank. I guess I could probably, let's see, is there a, where's the fridge? Iron bar and ice? Okay. We might as well make a fridge, I guess. Apparently it's able to draw the iron bars out of my stash, so that's kind of cool. Gonna keep doing my thing down here with this tunnel. Okay, open by pressing E, so you can put food in here. Cool. It's like an extra bank, basically, that only food can go into. Kind of cool. Alright. So we'll make the dress plate. We'll make the pants even. I don't think we need this extra experience, to be honest. as nice as it probably is. The game really kind of encourages you to keep on a forward path of armor because of just like how much more armor it gives you, 28 versus 40, you know? And the different shaped crystals, which are weaker when they're not the new shape, you know? It's kind of like the illusion of choice in a way. Okay. This is not identified. This gives intelligence, which we definitely want. That gives hit points, which is great. Minimum weapon damage probably sounds better. I mean, our hit points are going to be low now, but we've basically been relying on the shield anyway, you know. Sure wish we had these things identified. Wouldn't it be nice if we could identify things whenever we want? Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, check this out. Okay, so 114 to 190. What if I do this? 114 to 190. I wonder where the actual minimum shows up. You would think it would be somewhere in here. Damage 50 to 50. I think it thought I had my axe equipped. Where's the damage now? 363 to 315. If I take this off... Okay, that's where it's accounted for. Supposedly I do 363 to 515 damage. I'm not so sure I believe that's the actual number, unless it's, I guess, that's like before armor applies and whatnot. Anyway. What's this now? Wow, I haven't increased my intelligence or my attributes in a really long time. Anyway, that may very well be true because we just got a crystal that gives me 11 intelligence, which is an enormous amount, so our damage may have just shot up by a lot. Let's see. If I take this off, well, it's not that much that's being increased. It's like 50 more. That's pretty solid. But it's not like, you know, game-shattering or anything. Let's see, do we have any maze here? Just like a couple stray little pieces. In this strange little Halloween world. Okay, well, let's just go back. I think well, wait a minute. I want to sell these ones. Okay, cool. My inventory is almost clean, too. How about that? I think we'll be fighting a boss soon. Before we do that, let's go visit the special room. Finally getting a ring might be kind of nice. Ah, shit. Like, it's only gonna take me getting frozen like one time in the wrong situation to die. So maybe having more hit points would be better. Oh, I am sleepy. Let me, oops, you've reached your limit of coffee. No such thing. Clearly this guy does not drink coffee. Just keep drinking it. You're good to go. Coffee, scroll of sustain. trying to make it to this other secret room. We're gonna have to go back and sleep for a second, though. Should only take a moment. We also got this chest. What do we get? We can make a ring of light now, which I think we already know how to make. No, we don't. The cool thing about these recipes is that as we get them, I don't need to bother getting more adamantine, or mithril rather. As we get them, I guess if it's right here, I'll get it. As we get these recipes, we might be able to use the runes that we already have to finally make a ring, which has been one of our quests for some time now. Okay, while we're sleeping, we can take a look at that right now. Alright, so show magical objects. We can make healing potions. Okay. The high jump ring, which might be useful if it does what I assume it does based on the name. If we could get that, that'd be pretty sweet. And we only need one more Zed rune. Don't need those Allah runes. Unfortunately, we can't make Zed runes. But we're potentially coming up on something. Hello. Alright, so we're going down this path. Cool. Okay. Sell some of this crap. Seems to be where a lot of our gold comes from, selling these wands. Okay. Is there anything new available for sale from her? Doesn't look like it. But what I wanted to do was, yeah, I wanted to go back. Also, I'm gonna have to make some torches soon, so I might as well go ahead and do that. Where am I exactly? Am I in the secret room? It looks like I'm in the secret room, and yet I don't see any chests lying around. This is the thing that got revealed to me, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting this just in case mithril is in some kind of other recipe. I doubt it, though. There's a crystal vein. Maybe that's what it was referring to. Not bad. Okay. Scroll of Destruction. I wonder, what does that do? Destroys all blocks in a radius around you? I don't foresee myself using that, but I guess it's not impossible. Well, hold up. This is a better sharp crystal than the one. Yeah, 21 versus 49. Gotta say, the Turtle Crystal of Speed is pretty sick. I'd like to know what these guys are, but no such luck with the Identify scrolls. It's funny, because in this game, Identify is actually like a really limited resource. I would have saved it. Like, I think I would not have so frivolously used Identify if I had known. Anyway, forget all this. Let's get out of here. Heading towards the real secret. Which I think might be the boss. I wonder if I can drink potions while I'm in that frozen state. I think I can. Hello? Flaming Fire Wand of Speed. Treasure chest appears. What do we got? Some more potions, I'm cool with that. Hey, recipe. Ring of Resistance, that could be good. Ring of Resistance. Delrune. Well, we ain't got none of those. Can we make those? Hell no, we can't. Okay. Do I have one of those battle scrolls? That'd be nice. Multiple portals have been revealed. So it just said that was a scroll of portal location, which I assume is the boss. It says multiple portals have been revealed, but nothing seems to have changed, so I assume we already had that thing revealed, you know? Okay. Just gonna use every scroll of sustain I find. All it does is make me not have to eat, so... Since the duration does seem to stack, it's like, why not, you know? Scroll of ID, okay. They're like gold. We have to treat them like a rare resource, I guess. So maybe I'll use it, maybe I'll save it. Seems like the best thing to use them on is probably the crystals, because you can't even use the crystals unless you identify them. Now the blue crystal there has turned out to be pretty awesome. So I only assume the purple ones are just absolutely amazing, so... Yeah, sure. Fire damage, 24%. Cold damage, 22%. We're currently doing poison damage, although that is giving us speed, too, which is pretty great. Speed allows me to dodge shots a lot easier. So, okay. I'll use that instead of the minimum weapon damage. It's fine. Although the minimum weapon damage is helping me quite a lot. Eh, whatever. I'd rather have speed. Any of these wands better than what I've got? Looks like no. We could take the lucky cold wand and increase my magic find. I think that's okay though. Oh, I just noticed those guys are spawning little ones. Like little jellies every time I kill the big jellies. Explains a lot, I guess. There's a Zai rune. I think that's the third one I needed to make something. I'm just gonna break all these common crystals. These things are gonna be obsolete before too long anyway. Portal location, okay. When we go deeper, we'll perhaps experiment with that. Crap. That's not bad. Some okay dodging there. Better than I've been doing. Hey, this is the portal. I guess we're killing a boss real quick. I think I'm probably leveled up enough to do it. Common crystal. Okay, before we go in, let's... Well, first things first. Oh, hey, what is this? Oh, that's Enduring Vitality, okay. Do I want to have Magic Find when I beat a boss? I forget if he gives a lot of, I forget if bosses give a lot of loot or not. We're gonna do a Mephisto run, basically, is what this is gonna be. Oh, there's a special room right off to the west here. We should do that at some point. Alright, well, before we go in... Super important to collect all those chicken eggs. Most important thing in the game, really. So all this garbage. I think I might be able to make my first ring. No, that was Zed, not Zai. Oh my god. These names. Yeah, 2 Zed, 3 Zai. Okay. Oh, I should have had the pie, since that heals me. Oh well. Probably before we beat the boss, or before we try for the boss, we're gonna go to that secret room because it could have runes in it. Also, apparently we leveled up. The game does a really good job of making sure you don't have to dig too much. That was something Terraria I remember was kind of bad at. Like, you would have your natural cave systems, but if you wanted to keep going down, you know, you could dig for a very long time and make a elevator and not cross through like all that many natural tunnels. But this game, its procedural generation seems to just really have a handle on it. Mithril ore. Okay, it's just mithril. This is our secret room, by the way, so we really didn't have to go too far out of our way. Oh, hello. Oops. Really interested in how this game looks from the perspective of a melee character. Is it possible to be tanky? I mean, this character feels really tanky, to be honest, despite the fact that he's a mage. As soon as there's like a special enemy, though, you know, he does not feel tanky at all after that, but just against this regular stuff I can kind of stand and take punches if I really want to. Although it probably would look a lot less easy if I was just doing that rather than dodging attacks. Dark Stake. What now? Is this a named magic damage? Resist cold, hit points. Wow, that's... I guess this is like a unique type guy. 270 to 493 damage versus 270 to 493. Okay, well, I guess we stick with the Dark Stake. I think the game actually was fibbing to me about resistance adding damage to elemental damage because, like, this is poison and that's magic, you know, so I'm pretty sure I have poison resist, right? Yeah, I do. So this whole wizard passive just doesn't seem to do it. Anyway, attack speed increase, man, that's really good. Okay. Well, that was a good time to find it. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's cool with me. Oh, and this bounces. Oh, no, it doesn't bounce. It's like a sort of parabolic arcing shot, which is probably not great. Why is this stuff breaking? Hold up, do those? Oh my god, my wand is breaking this stuff. Okay, no description of that in the... Interesting, it doesn't say that here. Is it just like once it does a certain amount of damage, it breaks the tiles? Not so sure I want to be doing that. Bring up defense. We already know this recipe. Okay. Anyway, we've cleared this as a secret room, I guess. Not so sure what was so secret in here. Like, there were no... There's nothing really interesting in here other than that wand, I guess. Maybe that was it. Let's go fight this boss. If I can make it in there again, damn. But hell, I guess I could, I guess I could use this thing to burrow down at this point, you know? Kind of funny. Alrighty, so we have... On our hotbar, we have 10 potions of healing, which heal 540, lesser healing, 540 each, not bad. There's quarter of my hit points. So we'll just like spam F and spam 1 if we've got a serious issue, whatever this boss is. Hopefully he doesn't pizzone me. Oh, there's several of them. Okay. I don't seem to be getting hurt. It's like an eyeball with, I guess I'm supposed to hit the orb in the center there, maybe? I seem to be just brutalizing him, but that's... Oh, I see. Okay, you kill his eyeballs and then the heart becomes vulnerable. We're blind now? Then he respawns the eyeballs. Doesn't seem to be that much of a bullet hell, I mean... It's not really shooting that much stuff at me. The blindness is an issue, because then you don't know where the shots are coming from, but there's just not enough... There's not enough damage coming my way to really be worried about it. There's minions or something attacking me. We don't get much in the way of, like, time to attack them, but that's okay, because we're doing so much damage that... I'm just abusing potions, basically. Oh good, I have new crops ready to harvest. Maybe you could turn those notifications off during a boss battle. Just thinking, you know, from a game design perspective. Maybe I don't care that crops are ready to harvest while I'm fighting Drackle the Flesh Ooze. Just a thought. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh. Oh, interesting. The thing blinding me is, I think, these little tiny minions. Yeah, every time they hit me. So you could have, in theory, if you were fast enough, you could avoid that. Dude, how many of these things are left? Jesus. Oh, okay. Did they just keep spawning here endlessly, or were they left over from the fight? Another bag of recipes. Okay. That's a rune. That's a wand. That's another wand. So unique boots, huh? Could be interesting. I bet I could just, like, put this on and I probably still get the benefits from it. This is way less armor, whatever it is. And less hit points, so I'm forced to wonder what it actually does. Whatever. Okay, not bad. Let's go back to base. We can sell some of this loot. Didn't really get any runes, unfortunately, except for this Maul rune. Oh, hey, wait a minute. My stuff's ready to harvest. Let me sell crap. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that as well. In fact, I'm just going to keep my level 19 unique guy. Why not? Alright, recipes, hi. Well, let's get our maze first. Wait a minute. Oh, God damn it. I can't even... I have to be very careful not to shoot inside my base because I'm breaking stuff. Because that happens now, so... Okay. Now you have his attention. Next area of the subsurface and destroy the tentacle of it. The slimy area. Okay. Okie dokie. Well. Looks like I need to make some eggs. Honestly, I think I'm just going to sell these unique boots. We're about to replace them with the next level of whatever anyway, so it's fine. Like, I guarantee you we're going to find something better than mithril. I think it's adamantine is the next one. So, that's cool. Let's find out what's in this bag of recipes, yeah? New recipe discovered. What would that be? Pets, pets, pets. Wheat bushels and cobblestone. Okay. Crimson cobblestone. That's probably that red stuff I was completely ignoring down there. Forcing me to go down and grab that, I guess. 1, 2, 3. 3 wheat bushels. The wheat just kind of grows out here, so... Guess we're gonna go get some of that crimson stuff. There's some right there. I wonder if I can... Gotta time it just perfectly. Wow, it's like if I want to mine with it, it's just not gonna happen for me. You know? I would almost have to... Yeah, that's how I'd have to do it. That is in fact crimson cobblestone, though. Yeah, there would have to be like a roof. But damn, I bet you that's faster than... a hell of a lot faster than using my pickaxe. How much do we have? Already have 51? Yeah, that seems like it might be a little bit faster. That's just mithril. Slimy dirt, huh? Hey, what did I say? What did I say? Here's some stuff. Rubium nickel armor. What? What? Rubium? I thought it was adamantine. Adamantine pickaxe out of adamantine bar. I bet you make adamantine ochre bar? Do you make this out of rubium, perhaps? Oh, looks like we're out of torches. Just kind of looking for that stuff. Is this the red pebble stone? Okay. Oh, what's this? I bet this is ochre. Is that just an emerald? Hold up. It is an emerald. Huh. But it says new recipe, huh? What was the new recipe, I wonder? We can make nickel bar out of nickel ore. Rubium bars out of rubium ore. An empty enchantment tome. Haven't seen that before. We can make rubium nickel armor. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Oh wait, no, there's an enchanting station now. Okay, some kind of benefit to the items, I suppose. By the way, we should go ahead and make this. Interesting. So no clue what these are for yet. Hello. Hello, dudes. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. Oh wait, we've seen them before, holy shit. I think that was more than I was expecting to be around here. Minor Demon, huh? What's up, Mr. Minor Demon? Bye, Mr. Minor Demon. What is this stuff? That's nickel ore. Gonna need to throw away these tomato seeds, I guess. I don't even want the wheat seeds either. I think we're going to be relying on potions a lot more in here. Fortunately, we have like 1,000,000 of them, so that's cool with me, I guess. By the way, upgrade our survival there. You know what, forget this. We need to clear up the inventory. Tons of stuff to loot, but I mean, there's just like, there's a line, you know? There's only so much stuff I can carry. I would say that's probably the biggest failing of this game, by the way, is it's this unfortunate system that kind of encourages you to go back home every 2 seconds to fix your inventory. I would like this to not be how it works, basically. If I could change any one thing, I think that would be it. Probably, anyway. We do have the ability to make a ring now. We also have the ability to make all those different new materials. Adamantine bar, ochre bar. Well, we don't have that ability. We don't have that stuff. Probably help if I threw this rune in here too, huh? Put my emeralds in here too, why not? Looks like we're going to be cucked out of inventory space soon, so I guess I'll unfortunately spend the money on this. to increase my vendor bank size. Is that what this is called? The vendor bank? No, it just says your bank. I don't know why I thought that said vendor. That's not even close to the right number of characters. Doesn't really make sense either. Okay, okay, let's make the armor, I guess. I don't know what nickel's for. Like, we can make... Oh, wait, I see. You need rubium and nickel to make the rubium nickel. That, yeah, that would make some sense, wouldn't it? Okay, well... Okay, well, there's our hat. It needs a, special kind of crystal that we don't have, though. As I was saying, these crystals are very quickly obsolete. Wesley, if you're still in the channel, we were talking about this exact sort of situation, about this sort of lateral advancement of items in game design versus totally sequential, and I'm not sure if you were intending this game to count as an example of like a lot of lateral choices, but I'm getting the impression this game offers more like the illusion of lateral choice, because it's, you know, the raw numbers that matter the most, like armor and hit points. Oh, you didn't? Okay, well then I'll stop talking. Okay. I was gonna say, like, I don't think this game does a particularly amazing job. I mean, it's like it does better than a lot of games, I think, but you know. Oh, oops. I don't want to teleport. I just remembered I want to make this pets shop real quick. So we'll put that on top of this thing. So let's grab some more of that ochre. Because aesthetics matter, bro. Nice to see me. Yeah, man, I'm just playing Starbound, you know? That's all this is. Just some Starbound. It's very similar, I have to admit. But also different. I forget, was there a food system in Starbound that actually mattered? Maybe there was. I honestly didn't play that past the beta. I was supremely disappointed in it. I kind of referred to it as vaporware at the time. Legitimately one of the worst design games I've played. Like, it was like they were trying to make a Terraria clone and they got almost everything wrong about it. I would say that this game does a lot better than Starbound, to be honest. Got it the earliest you could. Yeah, me too. And maybe that was part of my, you know, my mistake, perhaps. Same devs as Terraria? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I really feel like it was just like a cash grab. Starbound, I mean. You think this game was a programming practice, NG Matt? No, I mean, maybe. It would explain a lot, I suppose. But I mean, I think the guy really wanted to set out to make a game here. He just maybe didn't think a lot of things through, you know? Wah ha 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 ha. What's the deal? Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I guess I have to do this now. What's comical about this is the more I use this weapon... Ah, shit. The more I use this weapon, the more I'm gonna dig this hole deeper, which I don't actually want to do that much. Like, so even though it's my best weapon in terms of damage, I'm tempted not to use it out of sheer annoyance at the fact that it's breaking blocks, you know? Which is, I would argue unfortunate. Not exactly what you, probably want in your game design, you know? Oh, Jesus. Okay, believe it or not, I'm going to take the time to rebuild this, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want every time there's an invasion, you know, dudes to appear, dudes to fall into the cave network, and then I have to hunt them down even more than I already do. I got the S rune, did I? Oh, I wonder if I can... Does this stuff, Does this actually break the... No, it doesn't. It even gives me the sound effect of me failing to break things. That's cute, I guess. Hey, Wesley. You're in time to catch me complaining about this gun that breaks tiles. Full attention is on the stream now. Oof. I'm honored. Tile break on gun is the meta. Why is that the meta? It feels more annoying than anything, especially... I mean, it's good in the dungeon because I can clear out tiles really, really quickly. Yeah, sure. But, I'm talking about, like, right here, it's just, like... It just makes invasions more annoying. I'm gonna need, like, some kind of backup wand, I think, for it. But yeah, it's amazing for farming, don't get me wrong. A lot of this game is a loot sim for sure, yeah. A pink-haired black girl, I guess? Selling me a rainbow unicorn, which is a pet, and a dire wolf. Wesley, am I safe to assume these pets don't actually do anything? Like, they're not, they're just cosmetic, you know, they're not gonna do damage for me. Her name is Kiki, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. Anywho, let's go ahead and make that ring and fulfill our quest, you know. Looks like we can finally make the Ring of High Jump. Cosmetic only. Quest complete. Okay. That was my last crafting quest. Okay. For now, anyway. Bro, high weed? What? Oh, I see. It's the high jump. That's certainly something. So I made this thing earlier. We're going to see how this works. Well, apparently we got a rank from that. Gain the ability to compost seeds. I thought I already did that earlier. Maybe not. We do have maize seeds, so... Why don't we, just out of curiosity, show farming recipes, octagonal crystal bulb. How about circular bulbs? Oh, whoa, this is how we get Interesting. You actually need the ore to plant the ore bulbs. That's funny. So you can't skip to them. Okay. Kind of fun. I wonder what the golden fertilizer... the lightning ability, it feels like shooting a bunch of wand shots in random directions, so it's okay, I guess. Not the best. Yeah, we need golden fertilizer for this. We need some kind of weird ore for all this crap, which we just don't have. So we really can only mess with the crystal bulbs right now. Bar, triangle, square, diamond, and octagonal. So we've seen triangle. Presumably the square is what this is supposed to be. It looks more like a circle to me, or like a curvy square at the most, but nevertheless, I guess I'm going to make some of these. And we'll just see what we get. Extra planting. Oh, extra planting works on these. Well, that's pretty cool, I suppose. There's a direct benefit from survival directly to, you know, the actual game. Okay, well, let's go back. I think I'm not missing anything, so... The linear aspects of the system, I see. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because we were talking about Terraria, and I would say that Terraria actually has a less linear system than this one does, you know? Believe it or not. Well, here's why I disagree. The reason why I disagree is that this game has completely failed to give me like a big surprise. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Whoa, well, that's a big surprise. What I mean is, like, I haven't found something that fundamentally changes the way that I play the game in item form, I mean, I've kind of found that in the form of, like, abilities, because obviously, like, being able to teleport with the blink spell or whatever it's called, the, what's it called, the omnibus of translocation, yeah, sure, that changed the way I play the game, but, like, I'm talking about RNG stuff you can roll into, like, I'll give you examples. In Terraria, yeah, thank you, Moldranius, I didn't want to miss that. In Terraria, you could find all kinds of wacky BS, which increased your power level slightly above the current curve, you know, in a way that was really, really sort of unexpected, you know. Oh, shit. Oh my god, I'm destroying my own platforms. Okay, so, like, as an example of this, you know, before you were really supposed to have wings or anything, you could find those. You could find, like, double and triple jumps in the form of the little special, like, desert cloud thing. You could find, like, weapons especially, which were wildly different from each other. Even if the raw numbers were less or more, you know, than where the current curve was, they did act in different ways. You know, like, if I found a, if I spawned the Crimson in my world, right, and I found the, humorously named Golden Shower weapon, you would have, like, a really good game on your hands from that point forward, which was, like, really wildly, it was just like a really fun surprise, which changed the whole way you wanted to play your character. And this was not something you could just build, you just kind of found it. In this game, the most interesting game-changing thing that I've found in terms of items, I guess, would have to be this Dark Stake weapon, which is, you know... Get into a call and discuss this stuff at some point? Yeah, sure. Well, we need to talk about game design in reference to my RPG, for sure. The RPG that I'm making. Desert in a cloud, desert in a bottle, cloud in a bottle, sandstorm in a bottle. Yeah, I liked how you could combine all that stuff with the balloons and whatnot. and create this wacky item that let you jump like 6 times. And you may not have the wings yet, but you could still get where you needed to be. Fart. Yeah, there is the fart in a bottle. That is a real thing, and you turn it into the fart in a balloon. Really classy stuff, you know. Okay, piercing magic wand, 79 to 139. No way. We are going to use, check this out. 270 to 439 is my actual damage right now. This is more, because this is cold damage. I'm going to use this instead of the Dark Stake, and I'm going to keep the Dark Stake in my inventory, just in case I want to blow through some stuff real quick, but I probably don't. Tsunami in a bottle. Yeah, you got that one underwater, right? Okay. Is there anything else I wanted to sell? Not really. Okay. Is any of this stuff ready? Nope. Optimize the grind. Yeah, right. This game is very grindy. What is this? What is this thing? Flaming crystal. Hey, that's one of those square things. Hey. Fire damage 24%. Well, that doesn't do a whole lot for us right now, but maybe I'll have a fire crystal at some point. I see. Well, that's cool. I think the only truly interesting decision I've made so far that I found fun was when I realized that there was like basically no reason to hold on to old crystals and things because they're going to be useless as soon as you upgrade to the next level of item. Which I think the game kind of does itself a disservice by having these different shapes of crystal, to be honest. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay, never mind. Thought there was loot over there. Oh, you agree? Okay, cool. I also, and this might be a little less popular of an opinion, I think the game does itself a disservice by making it so you can take crystals out of items. I think that it would be a nice little opportunity cost situation. To make the player, you know, either have to spend some kind of resource to get things out of... to get the crystals out, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I do think this game is rather grindy. Like, it feels like a lot of the content is just kind of copy and paste, so to speak. So we're taking a peek at other classes at some point. Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I think that that's almost asking too much of your player at that point when you differentiate your game, you know, by things that are only mutable or changeable, rather, like when you upgrade or whatever, when you play another, you know, another instance of the game, you're basically saying you have to play my game all over again in order to see what everything the game has to offer, which is fine, but I think you're asking a lot, you know. Whereas Terraria, it's like, I can play once, and I can do, if I want to, on that same character I've been playing forever, I can mess around with everything, you know? I don't want to bother identifying this. Okay, this is interesting. 4... It gives me a magic find, hell yeah. Resistance to cold. Nah. hit points. That's armor is pretty good. Fire damage would be pretty good if I find a fire wand. Have I focused on specializing my character in any way? Well, I'm not even sure how I would do that. The only thing I've done is gotten a bunch of intelligence, and I'm trying to make my guy do a lot of damage, I guess. I don't... You might have to create another world in Terraria to see everything. Yeah, it's true. That's a good point, Mero. There is the corruption versus the crimson, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I've just been stacking int, and it's like, the items, you don't really get to have them long enough to really focus on anything, it seems like. Yeah, Dankest, I played Tome once. I wasn't a huge fan, to be honest. It felt like someone was trying to make World of Warcraft the roguelike. Oh, hey, this is a good weapon. Hello. That is a level 20, 120 to 200. That's amazing, actually. And that's magic fine, too. I don't even mind that this thing is, that it's like a spray, you know? Because we're going to use that, the crystal that increases fire damage. We're going to be able to make a lot of the, you know, rubidium nickel stuff at this point. Okay, we'll see. Right, okay, I should probably make some torches. Okay, there's some stuff right there. But yeah, I mean, I really do feel like this game does a poorer job than Terraria on almost every single subsystem. And even in the game itself, like, the thing is that you look at Terraria, and as you go deeper into the dungeon, a lot of different stuff is happening, like a lot. Like, the enemies vary to an enormous degree, and even the ones that are essentially just reskins of each other, do different kind of interesting things. Like the different worms get bigger, they move faster, things like that. Like tunneling enemies, you know what I'm talking about. So on and so forth. But like for the most part, I mean, especially when you get to hard mode, like the enemies are just like wildly different from each other. You know, you've got like the demons in hell that like shoot the wacky little scythe weapon. You've got I don't know, you just got a lot of differences between every single enemy. This game feels like a ton of reskins is what it feels like to me. For the most part. One-shot turtles, oh god, those assholes, I remember them. Okay, that's fire damage, that's magic find, I kinda want to keep that. Let's get rid of that. Let's hold up. Let's go ahead and make these things. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Way more rubium than nickel, that's for sure. Okay, we'll take the chest plate. We'll take the... Well, we won't take the greaves because we can't make them, but we can make the boots. Shift left click to create stack. Well, you know, I know how to read. Alright, fair point. Why is my guy moving so slow? What's the deal? Oh, I know why it is. It's because we had this glowing gem and this crystal of speed, and now I feel... Now I'm like a million times slower than I used to be. Wow, I feel like I have Parkinson's or something with this character now. Was I really this slow before? There's no way this character moves this slow naturally. I guess I just got used to moving incredibly fast. Oh well, I guess those days are over. Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. Diablo 3. I guess, man. I'd like to identify this thing. I don't know, I really pooped on Diablo 3 from the very start, to be honest with you. Like, I just, ever since they made that real money auction house, I couldn't respect it, you know? Basically. There's no way my dude was this slow the whole time. Is that really how this worked? Let's put these in here for safekeeping. D3 was the biggest disappointment you've ever experienced? Wow. That's intense. Tragically shallow the character building is. Well, it was meant to be a console game. You know, there's a reason why, you know, there were like 4 things to do on each character, you know. Although a similar, I will, you know, it's in fairness to Blizzard, a similar thing happened from Diablo 1 to Diablo 2. If you think about it, like Diablo 2 had a very deep character building system, but Diablo 1 let you do literally anything. You could have a warrior that cast Armageddon. So I mean, it's like you couldn't really make like a barbarian that cast Poison Nova, you know. I mean, I guess you could with whatchamacallits, charged items or whatever, but D2 had significantly more depth than D1 in its character system. Yeah, I guess depth isn't really the word I was looking for. Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, there was... each character technically could do anything. Depth does not mean ubiquity. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're correct. Wesley, am I really supposed to be this slow without any speed bonuses? I don't remember ever being this slow. I'm extremely slow. But I don't seem to have a debuff that does anything. No, I dropped 9 points of speed. Actually, no, I dropped 13 points of speed. Because I got rid of all my slots. Scroll of Blessing. Oh, that could be... I already used all those with my Hubris. Wait, is that... No, that's regen. I thought I was just going to keep always getting Blessing like 24/7. Oh well, I guess we're a slow boy now for the time being. Seems just very dangerous. This gun's quite good, though. I mean, wand. Definitely not a gun. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, hello. You're just cutting right through everything, aren't you? Well, that was fun. Glad we had so many potions. Ring of critical protection. kind of cool. Yeah, I guess if I couldn't move so fast, that last boss would have been significantly harder. Maybe I was totally spoiled by all that speed. Wow, look at this gigantic area of effect here. That's pretty sweet. Stamina, identification. Hey, I like identification. That's really important for us right now. How about you? I should have put something in there before now, but that's okay. Have new crops ready to harvest. Maybe one of them will be a speed crystal. Wouldn't that be nice? Thinks I'm hungry, by the way. Could I sum up my experience with this game and maybe name some games that are familiar? Yeah, this game feels like Terraria and Starbound. It is clearly trying to be kind of a loot simulator, sort of like Diablo 2, strapped on top of a Terraria-esque system. I would say that it does the Diablo stuff a lot better than it does the Terraria stuff, if that makes sense. My experience with the game is that it's pretty rough around the edges. It was very clearly developed by like one dude. It's not to say that it's bad, but it's very unpolished. I don't really think it's worth the sticker price of 20 bucks. I think that if he was selling this for 5 bucks, it would be a little more appropriate. With that said, I mean, it's got some soul to it, I guess. I mean, there's some interesting stuff going on. Like, it's clear that there's a lot of deep systems here that just maybe haven't been polished as much as they should. By way of example, I mean... Hold on, let me not concentrate on two things at once for 1 second. Let me clear this out and I'll talk a little bit more. Hey, what's up, guy who doesn't want to die? Yeah, so like these crystals are a great example. Like, as I progress through the game, I am finding there are a few more things, a few more interesting choices I can make. Like, the fact that my dude is moving so slow now compared to back when I had a bunch of speed that was gifted to me from my, from the crystals that were sort of socketed into my armor, and then I had to get rid of those, or at least I chose to get rid of those anyway. It makes me want more of that, right? So what I'd like to find is I'd like to find more crystals of the correct shape to fit in my current armor, which will make me fast again. And there's actually ways that the game gives me to try to make that happen. For example... Oh, I need to go back to my base. Whoops, I just remembered. Crops go bad if you don't go get them. Yeah, so these things. Wait, what's happening? Am I... 753... Press right mouse... Oh, I don't want to convert to crystal shards. I want to right-click to harvest a crystal. Okay, well I right-clicked. It's... Okay, so anyway, yeah, now it gives me these things. So I actually planted these little crystal plants, and this is... Instead of just relying on the game to let me find them, you know, I actually planted them myself. Unfortunately, this one came out unidentified, which is a shame. Okay, Wesley, sounds good. So this one had critical hit and armor penetration. That's cool. I'm just gonna get rid of these ones. Maybe keep the magic find. Let's make some pants. How about that? So anyway, I've decided speed is like the most important attribute, so let's try to get more of that. What I'm gonna do real quick... Okay, farming... Where's farming? I want more square crystal bulbs. Yeah, Fox, that would be pretty much my takeaway from it, sure. I would definitely wait until it's on sale if you were going to buy it. Like, I don't think it's worth 20 bucks. As much fun as I've extracted out of it, I don't think it's worth the 20 bucks. But I mean, your mileage may vary. Maybe you'll like it more than me. But no, I don't hate this. Obviously, it was able to pull me back for a second time, so you know. All right, this crystal is worthless to me because it just doesn't fit in the current level of armor that I've got. So we break that, we turn that into shards. You're about to buy me another more polished game that's on sale for $2 right now. Okay, thank you, Wesley. I'll never get work on my game done. Ah. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a level up. Okay. Can I get speed with any of these stats? The answer is no. Okay. No, that's absolutely true, Wesley. I'm just giving you a hard time. Of course, I appreciate the gift. Gifts, plural. Okay, first of all, let's make some nickel. Oh, did we really not have any more rubium? Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to make some pants, but we don't have the rubium for it. And apparently I haven't harvested any. So we're still stuck being slow for a little while, but we've planted an awful lot of those crystal bulbs, so... Can I talk shit on the DCSS devs? It's been a while, I need my fix. Give me a topic and I'll rant about it. I mean, they're doing so many dumb things that, like, for the sake of my blood pressure, I've tried not to think about it very much. Like, I think it would be easier for me to... It would be harder for me to find something good in the current... Like, by far, it would be harder for me to find something good in the current trunk, than to find something bad to talk about, which is pretty sad. The removal of regen. Oh, there's been a bunch more stuff since that. They removed, deflect missiles. You know? That's ridiculous. I mean, that's going to make octopodes and, felids have a much harder time. You know? Yeah, man. Let's see, what else did they do? They're talking about how they're going to take the charms that they're removing, like regen and demissile, and possibly put them onto items or even consumables later, which is particularly comical to me because their whole motivation, or so they stated, for taking out some of those evocable items like Lamp of Fire was because there were too many items in the game. So it's, you know, I've said this about 4 billion times at this point, but I'll say it again, like, it's really, really clear that they don't... The reasons they give for the changes that they're making, it's all nonsense. Like, it's all just like, you know, this is totally our philosophy, guys. You know, we're totally steering the ship in a particular direction and not just doing what we want. You know, our random whims. But I mean, if you just... If you fail to be discerning at all, you might believe that, but... I mean, if you squint really, 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 really hard, then maybe you would believe that, but you'd have to not be paying attention at all, you know? Yeah. Is that unidentified? Hell no, I'm not going to identify that. Hey Wesley, am I missing something really obvious about how to identify stuff? Is there, let me guess, there's like a survival skill that lets me make scrolls? Yeah, no, Wesley, this is my favorite wand so far. Let's see, alchemy and scrolls. This is just increasing, like, the length of things, so... Nope. Nope, nope. Identify scrolls just happen. Yeah, well, I'm butthurt about that. Hold up. Something about this is wrong, and I'll tell you why. I can make parchment. Okay? I can make enchantment tomes. Actually, hold up. Big derp, I just remembered I have a thing. I have a thing that I haven't done yet. There's an enchanting station here. We should place this and see what it's all about. Shift, right mouse... Oh wait, that picks it up. There... Okay. How do I use it? Creating an autopilot network necro. So it says there's 4 enchantment slots remaining. Stand on top of it and open crafting menu. Well, that doesn't... That's just my regular crafting menu. Show materials... No, I mean, this is stuff I need to be standing next to a handy workbench for. Yeah, there's none of this stuff requires me to be next to an enchanting... You know. Yeah, this is the Enchanting Station, actually. I think this is for enchanting weapons, but... because, like, if I look at items or my weapon, anything really, it says 4 enchantment slots remaining. So presumably there's a way to enchant those things. But like, not really, you know. I can certainly shoot at it. See, this is what I'm talking about, like with this game, when I'm talking about polish, it doesn't show how to use any of this stuff, you know. Enchantment tomes are made at the Enchanting Station. 4 types of tomes. Each requires a gemstone to craft? Well, big bro, Brotholomew, I don't see such a thing. Okay, actually no. There it is. Empty enchantment tome. That's it right there. Although it still says handy workbench, I guess you probably use this at the enchantment station. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we need 25 of these parchments. I mean, we can do that. Okay, we have 50 now. And then we need honey, which I don't know how to get honey. I guess I have to... Oh, I remember this. There's a beehive that makes honey every day, which we never bothered to get. Because our survival's not high enough. Okay. Busy bees have a small chance of 2 honey jars spawning. Nevertheless, we'll probably keep going down this path because getting more experience next time is probably the most important. More survival experience means we get to other things faster. The optimal way would have been for me to actually look over all that crap in the very beginning and think a little more about what I wanted to, you know, what I wanted to do. But I didn't do that. Whoops. Like, we should have gone for the experience boost stuff at the very, very beginning. Hardcore class trees. I mean, it's just grinding is what it is. So we're supposed to kill the tentacle of it. Whoa. Probably going to need to make some healing potions at some point. I haven't done that yet. I didn't even bother to look at exactly what the... what the materials for those are. I assume we can make them. Actually, why don't we just look right now? Okay, major healing requires gold ore, mithril ore, copper ore, I see. So what I should have done is I should have been saving my ore instead of turning all that crap into bars. Okay. Okay, these guys are just like straight up turning me off, like not letting me do attacks or anything, which is why I just stood there and almost died. I spammed potions and it saved me, but damn. This is getting rough. We're definitely gonna need more potions. Okay, Lucky Fire Wand. 92 to 154 on this Poison Wand, not nearly as much. $88 to 174, nah. 126 to 210, that's technically more for this, this Common Wand of Lightning, but I'm gonna stick with this because it gives me Magic Find and Armor, and the damage is not really that different. Also, whoops. I bet you the damage is actually more with the fire. The damage is actually more with the fire because of my fire boost damage on the Flaming Crystal here, so okay. We need to eat. God damn, that does do a ton of damage to this wand. It's almost worth being this slow. I tell you though, I kind of wish that I had just, like, kept my old armor. You know? So that I could be fast and then use this wand with it. I would have done less damage, but the speed was really pleasant. We'll get there eventually though. My only complaint is like, or my only fear is that we're gonna basically be ready to fight the boss by the time our crystals are done, you know? Okay, there's that. There's the chest. It's just gold. Okay, that's fine. We have 10,000 gold. We could, in fact, upgrade the Frozen Shield some more, which I think is definitely correct. There we go. Can't upgrade this non-wizard Deadly Nimble ancient item, by the way. It's not upgradable, like my class ones. Okay, yeah, so we doubled the shielding. That's pretty good. Could still upgrade the Thunderstorm thing. Let's do that, I guess, even though I'm not using it very much. Officially out of gold, basically. I haven't been bothering to read the storyline stuff. I'll be honest. Also not really bothering to dig anymore, just flying right through here, although if we see any rubium, we're going to want it because we still don't have pants. Okay. So we're forced to deal with this. This time we have a wand that's not going to break walls though, so that's cool. Oh, these are the guys that I was fighting at the very beginning. That we haven't seen in forever. Interesting. Just falling into the pit. Okay. I guess that's the point of having a pit. Can I possibly get to the point where I'm shooting this dude? Yes, I can. Okay, hold up. Maybe I can... That's dirt. That's slimy dirt. This'll do. He dies easy. Okay, fine. Give me more dirt. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Yeah, just going to do that. Didn't mean to heal there. I meant to do this. It's a completely legitimate strategy here. My dragon is just a lazy little ass doing absolutely nothing for me. Maybe I can speed this up. Maybe I can do this. So that more of these shots are hitting him. And here I thought I was doing a lot of damage. But yeah, Fox, if you wanted to see one of the major weaknesses of the game, you're seeing it right now. Just like, instead of making fights interesting, sometimes it's just a giant pile of hit points, you know? Which is unfortunate. And not particularly interesting. Okay. I wonder if my shots can reach those guys before they travel around the entire goddamn world. Okay, here we go. At least we're getting gold out of this. Oh man, our dude is so slow. Something really interesting to consider. I think in video games, and I'd never thought about this until this exact moment because I've never quite... I don't think I've ever played a game that does this to you. I think almost never do you want to create a situation where the game makes you faster and then makes you slower, because it feels incredibly bad to go from one to the other. If it's like a temporary, like a very brief boost, then that's cool, but if you live with it for a good long while and then you don't have it anymore, I think that's pretty painful. Okay, this guy's in my house, bro. It was a choice, sort of. Like, yeah, technically I could have lived with my old crappy armor, but that was the only way I was going to get to keep my speed, and then... I don't know, it didn't feel like much of a choice. It felt like if I kept my speed, I was going to take, 2-3 times as long to kill any enemies, and it was just not going to be worth it. The game definitely pushes you along. It was a choice, I will admit it was, but it's one of those, like, choices that you can't... offers that you can't refuse, Oh man, this is just magic fine by itself. That's cute and all, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, oh, I can sell some wands. Whoops. Hey, look at all my gems. One of them's got to be speed. Then I can stop complaining. Okay, this'll do. Let's see what we've got. And if not, I'll plant more bulbs and that'll be fine. See, next time we're going to have these bulbs ready. We're going to have like a bunch of octagonal ones or whatever the next level of items will give me, Alright, now what is all this crap? Intelligence, cool. It's high magic find rating, I guess. Max weapon damage, that one's nice. This one's unidentified. That's unidentified. Damn, dude. Keep the purple ones, you know, forget this, forget this, forget this. That's just straight up armor, which is nice, but no. Forget that. Any identify scrolls are going to go for the purples, you know, because they're going to have more stuff on them. Whew. I've just been memed. Okay. No speed. No speed. Okay. No speed for me. Do I plant more, I wonder? I wonder. Probably. I probably do. How are we doing on crystals? We have like 905. That's more than we're ever going to need. I bet you I'm going to fight the boss soon, though, and have the next level of things, which I guess is diamond. Well, whatever. More of this actually means more shards anyway, so... Just place 25 of these, and... Extra planting. Hell yeah. Okay. That'll do. Not even close to running out of compost, either. So we have all the stuff we need to plant as many of those as we want. Although I think you know, it might be optimal from a game's perspective to... Oh, wait a minute. Hey, we've had this survival point. Gosh, I sure wish I had taken that before I planted stuff. You know what? Instead of getting that, I'm going to be really greedy, and I'm going to go ahead and get the stupid beehive thing, because the enchant just seems like it's like another level of benefits to the character that we would like to have. That we just don't have access to right now, you know? Beehive seems rather small. I guess it's going to be... This is the bee bank, is what this is. This is just where we're going to go to get our honey. Actually, you know what? That's really dumb. Let's not put that there. Let's put this stuff over here. Because I'm going to be over here anyway, is the thing. So if I just cut this stuff out... God damn it. Okay, that'll do. Actually, that's still kind of annoying. Okay, give me this, give me this. I want it to be on the same level as everything. It's my OCD, you guys, I can't do it. It's gotta be perfect. Of course, it really wants this thing closed. Perfect. Okay, so we can just run through this whole thing and get honey, and then finally we'll be able to make enchants, which what I'm hoping what that does is I'm hoping it takes the crystal, whatever the crystal has, and permanently applies it to that armor. And you get to do that like 4 times apparently, which is a little bit outrageous. By the way, that means we're going to need wood. Unfortunately. Thought I was mercifully done with wood from now on, but doesn't appear to be the case. I feel like I probably want to maybe like put this here. Now we have a sapling that we can put over here, which I think will grow a little bit taller since it doesn't have this thing in the way. Yeah, the game really wants you to have a lot of wood, I guess, because you need to make torches and apparently you need to make parchment as well. Wonder if there's a way to get multiple saplings. Maybe I could grow some saplings in that Halloween area. Some... haven't been there in a while, actually. Oh wow, it grows on our roof. I mean, what's funny is we could run through here and probably get a fair amount of survival experience doing it. I wonder if I... let's see, look at my inventory. Where's my... oh wait, no, survival's down here. So let's just like run through here and do a few and see how that green bar pumps up. Spooky wood. Wow, that's flying up actually. Look at that. Hey, I'd be okay with spooky wood. It's another thing I liked about Terraria. The different wood types were mostly cosmetic, but if I remember correctly, you could make armor and stuff out of them. And it would, believe it or not, be like a purposeful thing, you know, a useful thing to do. Yeah, wow, I should have been doing this the whole time. This is really fast. It's also helpful, as we have a long-running quest. I have no idea what the reward is, but we need like 500 of these things, and we have 179. Certainly takes a while. Need that extra harvest like every time. Are we gonna get a whole level of survival off doing this, I wonder? Like another one? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I don't know how to get multiple saplings. I don't think you can buy those from this chick, can you? What are you saying, Wesley? What is that? The wizard tower? It's, I talked to this pumpkin and he gave me this button which teleports me to some spooky Halloween town. Yeah. Oh look, we can respawn in Nightmare World if I want to. Cactus armor was hilarious. I really liked the fact that you could make early game armors that were really interesting, you know. So right off the bat, Terraria kind of showed you a good bit of its soul, you know. Thought that was pretty cool. Okay, cool. This blessing scroll is really gonna let me feel like my guy's not paraplegic for 5 minutes. I'm gonna try to plant this in Spooky Town and we're gonna see how it works. The cactus pickaxe. I don't remember that existing. Is that a thing? hilarious. Okay, I made a tree there and we'll see if it grows. Still not enough rubium to make the pants that we're gonna need. Also, let's take the sapling as well, because it's not gonna grow to its full height. Put it out here instead. Where it will grow to its full height. Cactus pickaxe. Is it better than the regular pickaxe? Is the real question. I mean, can you mine through the crimtane or whatever with it? I remember in the early game I was always looking for different cheese methods to break corruption blocks and crimson blocks that you're not supposed to be able to break yet. It's not that good. I see. Okay, I guess let's just go back. We're so fast for the next 60 seconds, I guess. Oh boy, we don't have enough healing. Well, finding more potions is nice. Hey, there's a scroll of blessing. What's up, buddy? Keep these up, we can move at a decent clip. Cactus falls between 10 and iron. Hey, that's still not bad. That's not bad, you know. Going straight to, almost straight to iron, just by going to a desert. This wand is insane. Easily the best weapon we've found. There's something glowing down there. Also, this is that stuff I needed. Portal location. Death Stake. Didn't we already find one of those? Unknown Exceptional Wand. This is new. This is a color we haven't seen before. Hopefully it's fire. No, it's poison. Well, I bet you our damage is way higher with it, even with that not being fire. 427 to 755. Yeah, much better. Slower attack speed, but that's fine. Desert is relatively safe. Yeah, I mean, I guess you need to be able to dodge vultures, but you can see them from far away is the thing. So do these death stakes automatically blow up walls? No, they don't. 140 to 240. No, I guess we're sticking with the poison wand. Alright, sounds cool, I guess. Cool with that. That means we take this thing out. Boom. Okay. Too bad these are unknown. I have no idea how to do anything with them. Let's just, yeah, I guess we'll get more vitality. I think that intelligence might increase my attack speed anyway. I'm not sure how to check that without being on the level up screen. I have to be better at aiming than I was with the fire thing, though, for this to truly get the value. I can't underestimate exactly how good the value was there. Scroll of Light. I can go ahead and use the Scroll of Portal location. Wasn't there a Scroll of Discovery as well? I guess not. Deadly Nimble 2. Oh, you find more of it and it upgrades it. Okay, that's how you upgrade those. Okay, that's a cool mechanic. Credit where credit is due, that's a cool mechanic. You can build sort of unique characters that way, I guess, depending on what you find and choose to keep. Don't recoil when shooting if I build this ring. That's neat. So I used the portal thing and it didn't actually find anything, so I guess I'm nowhere near. Would be nice if it was better telegraphed. I think this game... Okay, I'm gonna boil it down. This is this game's #1 sin. Are you ready? This game treats its player basically like the player is super dumb and slow. It's either that or it's trying to squeeze more time, more hours, I guess, out of the player and say, look, my game has a lot of content. And, you know, your game does have a lot of content, but unfortunately it's like a little bit of smoke and mirror type show. I think that if the game gave the player more stuff to work with right off the bat, I don't think the player would really be that overwhelmed, you know, since it's a big crafting system anyway. Like, for example, enchantments and crystals and things like that. Meaningfully different content. Yeah, that too, right. I think that a lot of this game kind of cheats a lot to make itself feel deep by sort of forcing you to go through a lot of the same content over and over, but also by, you know, it holds too many things back from you. You know? Like, by contrast, a game like Terraria felt like... Terraria never really felt like it was holding anything back from me, even though there was a ton of, like, different mechanics that you didn't get to play with until later. It was just, like, constantly throwing cool stuff at you, you know? Yeah. Okay, let's eat this. Let's get baby's first honey there. Truly meaningful attributes exist in the game. Yeah, but it's just like a bunch of junk. Like, it's really, it's just buried, you know, it's the best word I can think of for it, you know, it's just really buried, which is unfortunate. Okay, we're stuck with poison now. I'm okay with that. Differentiate ability. The tiers lock you out of pushing any particular thing. Yeah. Okay. We have an empty tome now. Let's make all this stuff. I mean, I'll give you another example of how this game I don't think it thinks very much about what it's trying to do. This trope of having to build a forge and a workbench and all this crap, and you have to be next to it when you do stuff. Why? It's just why? I mean, like, Terraria emphasized this kind of stuff enough that it made a little more sense, I guess. Although it felt kind of silly in Terraria as well. There comes a point when you should just let the player build their stuff wherever. Yeah, I don't think any game is better for having it. Terraria is the only one that feels like somewhat okay. Okay, item can't be placed there. So how do I actually use this enchantment tome? Like... So that doesn't do anything. I take a crystal and try to stick it in there. That doesn't do anything. It's got to be a recipe. I bet you it's like... You know, I bet you that you have to have recipes to turn the enchantment tomes into something else. I bet you that's the big meme here, and I have just completely wasted my time trying to make this thing happen. You don't feel like letting Terraria off the hook for that either. Yeah, I think that... Well, the thing about... Let me in the defense of Terraria versus this game, Terraria kind of implements it into the core loop of the game's progression, but this game gives up on it really, really fast. You notice, like, these are basically the only two things that you need to make everything in the game. Like, or three, I guess. Anvil, Forge, and Workbench. Oh, integrating it into your core gameplay loop. Okay, sorry, I think I read what you said, but I didn't quite understand it. Now yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, hey, there's the enchantment tome type stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as, like, it being a good idea that Terraria did that, I mean, I don't know, maybe. But I'm saying I think that's more defensible. I think it's more defensible than what this game did is all. To a player time and service padding. For some reason, it never felt like that to me. And I mean, obviously your mileage may vary, but to me, it never felt like a horrible chore for some reason in Terraria. It's a substitute for a loading bar. That's harsh, but probably fair. Okay, check out what I found. So that was in, I guess, Magic Objects, yeah. Hey, look, we can in fact... What did I tell you? We can make Scrolls of Identification. I knew there had to be a way. We need parchment and crystal shards, that's all it is. It was here the whole time, or it got unlocked at some point. As far as gemstones go, those are actually not these crystals. Those are just like emeralds or whatever, so... If I were to... Okay, no, I guess it actually is just a crafting station. Alright, there it is. And I think it's random. It's vitality plus 4. Okay. Alrighty, it's vitality plus 4 now. Sure. So wood is going to be like a huge, blocker. Make 50 of these, shift click. Make apparently just one of these. Probably shouldn't even be bothering with enchanting. The benefit doesn't seem to be, like, good enough to even bother right now. Okay, sure. No control over what it gives you either, so that's kind of a shame. Okay, 10 scrolls of ID. Well, first of all, let's see what these are. Oh, that's an orange one. Better believe I'm gonna level up. Okay, get rid of the greens. Boom, boom. Hell yeah, we'll identify that. The Godly Gem! 5% chance of healing every time you kill. That's kind of silly. Does a lot of stuff, though. Gives me armor. Kind of cool. Well, get rid of this. I really just want speed at this point. Okay. Intelligence 13. Forget Magic Find, dude. I don't even care. I just want to make a boss damage guy, I guess. Experience percent would be cool, but nah, I'm not going to bother with it. Let's identify. Nope, we're not using fire damage anymore. This is pretty good, but we're not using lightning damage. I don't anticipate upgrading the exceptional wand for now. Okay, so this isn't doing any damage. We really just want damage or speed. I guess there was armor pen on that, but whatever. Speed 12. There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay, there it is. Great. We can move at great speeds again. I've decided speed is the most important thing in the game. If I can get plus 10 of that, I'll just keep a crappy armor forever if I have to. Poison damage, 15%. Okay. Alright, let's mulch this. Let's make some better leg plates, yeah. I'll identify this to see if it's any good, but it's not. I mean, it's actually good, but we want this blood gem. It has magic find and damage, which is the ideal combination of things. Boom. Boom. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. The heal on damage is kind of cute. We could build like a vampiric type guy. Probably not yet, but we could at some point. I feel like I shouldn't even bother with the blue ones at this point since I can grow the best colors. Nah. Skipping to harvest Crimson and Corruption, you can fish up something for a skip. Requires reinforced fishing pole and bait to catch. I always just used explosives, actually. Okay. But yeah, I do recall you could fish up some kind of... Wasn't it like a pick of some sort? You're a big gold miser. It's easy to do that in Terraria, because, I mean, gold is actually important since you need to get as much as possible to get the best enchants and try that over and over and over. Reaver Shark Pickaxe. Yeah, that's what I remember that, yeah. It's a cool trick. You can do a lot of stupid stuff with fishing, like fishing really early, and like as soon as you get to hard mode, just fish a bunch to get an item that, you know, like get weapons that were incredibly good, or to get the Pigron mount or whatever. Alrighty, even though this is like the first exceptional gem that we found, I don't know if it's as good as, well, it gives us attack speed. Do I care about magic find or experience gain? Not really. I feel like because the game starts giving you less experience anyway as you level up, if I just keep descending, it's gonna give me... The power curve is gonna remain where it's supposed to be. Magic find is cute and all, but nah. I do have to wonder if I, like Diablo style, if I stick magic find on, I wonder if that applies to the chance of me finding good gems when I pick things up from my own farms. That'd be kind of funny. Oh my god. Guys, give me 5 minutes to do my thing without invading the town. Good god. Okay, so check it out. We're gonna go in advance, okay? Totally cheating here. Not exactly cheating. We're gonna make, some diamond bulbs instead of square crystal bulbs. And we're gonna be just completely ready for the next batch of armors, you know? Cool. Still need to hunt mimics for a Philosopher's Stone. I remember hunting mimics, I forget what the Philosopher's Stone does. Yeah, I remember there being really, really good things you could find in mimics, though. It's a crystal of speed. We have all the speed we need, though. We're fine with the speed we have for now. Reduces potion cooldown. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you could mix that with certain things, couldn't you? To make it not take up inventory space as much. Like you could stack it with a bunch of different, I think you could stack it with at least one. Wait, couldn't you mix that together with the thing that let you turn into a werewolf? Am I wrong about that? I feel like you could. Oh, I never identified this. Nah. Too good of an item, that's the only way to get it. There were a lot of dumb things in Terraria where it was like, you basically had to farm for a long time if you wanted to get it, and it was one of the best things, you know? I remember there was this, some kind of plant-based weapon that would attack without you doing anything. And it would attack through walls. I think it might have been a minion, actually. And you would just, sort of rest, you know? You, like, go AFK and let the game play for you. Okay, I want potions here. Okay, I guess I have to... I guess I have to actually deal with this, huh? I am, by the way... I am regretting getting rid of my... whatchamacallit? I am regretting getting rid of my fire wand. Werewolf item can only be combined with fish shell and stats up item. What did Philosopher's Stone combo with then? Could have sworn it combined with something. The only combines with Band of Regen. Huh. Well, I guess I'm just remembering wrong. Not surprising, it's been a good long while since I played that game. I see, Wesley. Yeah, Wesley was telling me, you're playing a warrior, you were telling me that warriors have a dash skill that just lets you go right through blocks and it destroys the blocks, right? Like if my blink were to blow blocks up on the way, which seems really good for farming. Like really, really good. God, I need the fire back, man. I sold it though, so... I mean, I could probably get it back, but... what I really need to do is just stop missing. Okay, it's time. It's time to cheese these fellas. I don't know if that's actually hitting anybody, so... Hey, a potion, cool. Okay, this works. Oh, look how slow it is. They just need to give these guys maybe half the amount of hit points. Maybe even like 1/4 as much. Oh, that was a 2000 crit. That's pretty sick, I guess. A healthy cold wand. 156 to 260 damage. 156 to 2. Yeah, it's not enough. Not enough to beat my super wand here. Oh, I should probably identify this. Devastating Cane. More base damage, but fire and recharge slower. That explains why it's so slow. Cheese stretch. That's, you know, if it works. If it works, man. Take this wood. So now I have to hunt these guys down in the cave network, which has just got to be an oversight. I cannot imagine that it was intended to force me to do this. Whoa, why am I slow? Okay, I'm slow because my guy's tired. I'll drink some coffee and keep going. Has been eliminated. Okay. Well, okay then. I thought I was going to have to go and hunt those 2 jellies down, but maybe the game is in fact smart enough to say, oh, they're underground. It's no big deal now. Okay, Mara. Yeah, I know the feeling, man. Having a bad sleep schedule is the worst, and I'm definitely with you there, so best of luck to you, my friend. Okay, okay, well, let's go, oh, wait a minute. Can I do anything with the ring? No. I can make another ring if I want to. That'd be kind of cool. Don't recoil when shooting. Well, that certainly seems like it would be nice, you know? Just looking at some of these other rings to see if there's anything I care about. Not really. Weirdly enough, this is just like a quality of life thing. So I'm gonna make it. Good night, NG Matt. Thanks for coming by the stream, both of you. Always appreciated. Winning at rings, yeah, it seems like it. Okay. Grow mushrooms. Who cares about mushrooms? We want that greenhouse, though. Whoa. Oh god, you have to actually collect mushrooms for this? I've been eating them as soon as I found them. Well, we're not making that. That's probably not going to happen. I'm not hunting down mushrooms for that crap. Okay. I think I just want to take the next boss and then go to bed, probably. It's most likely what we're going to do. But yeah, that lack of recoil is going to help with our cheesing quite a bit. Raw mushroom of first aid. Couldn't it just be like any mushroom and not force me to specifically get mushroom feast or whatever? Now the game is essentially punishing me for not hoarding, with no indication I would ever need these in the future. Why am I hurt? What's going on? Oh man, we're doing really good damage now though. I must admit. Let's see what this does. Oh, it's making me move around. I sure can't control what I'm doing. That was wild. Okay. Just kind of took control of my character for a second there. By the way, we need more torches. So let's try this. Multiple portals have been revealed. Don't you lie to me? Oh, you lied to me. Alright. Interesting. Whoa, hello. So yeah, we can kill things really fast now. Really not even bothering to look at these green crystals, you know. Oh wait, that one gave me more poison damage. That might have been worth using. Well. It's just that you get multiple benefits from using the rarer colors. Uncommon wand, nah. So we must be like really, really far from wherever the boss is. If the portal scrolls were picking nothing up. Because I feel like that picked up, like the secret room discovery things, picked up things from pretty far away before. God damn. Give me that intelligence. Well, we may not even be on the right depth level, you know? That's another thing that it would be nice if this game was a little less obtuse about it and just sort of let me know. And, like, Terraria could be like this in a sense, but there were items that would, for example, just straight up tell you the depth, you know? If you were the kind of player who really wanted to have that stuff. To be fair, it didn't just give you these things, you had to make them, and it was sometimes a big hassle, so... I think you might have had to have found them in some cases, which of course relies on a certain amount of RNG, so... I can't just, like, fanboy talk up Terraria, it had its own flaws. It wasn't transparent at all how to acquire them, you had to look it up. Like, in many cases, you literally had to farm it up from a particular enemy, which is very much like read a guide to get the item that you want, you know. Although I do think there was something magical about Terraria, and the very first time you play it, and you find these little things that make your experience better, you know. And you're like, wow, hey, now I have this, I have the ability to do this, or I have the ability to do that. I can see how much, I can see what time of day it is, even though I'm underground, you know, if you got the clock. And so on and so forth. I feel like that tends to feel more like an annoyance than anything the second time you play it, because you're like, I want all this information that I had available to me before, but feels strictly like a fun benefit the first time you play. Okay, no... That's speed, but we've already got the best speed thing. Sure, I'll identify this. Intelligence 13, Intelligence 7, Intelligence 10, Intelligence 7, but it gives armor penetration. Let's take the armor penetration, I guess. We'll lose 400 from this, but that's 400 hit points from this, but whatever. It's kind of cool. The armor penetration, I imagine, is quite good. Okay, hello, Skelemans. Teleporting Skelemans, who weren't here a minute ago. Okay, I can teleport while that's up. Cursed Fire Wand? I didn't know there was such a thing as a cursed weapon. It's garbage. Okay, that's weird. Why would you put that in the game, I wonder? Hello, you're new. What's up, buddy? Just a will-o'-the-wisp, I guess. Okay, not bad. Alright, we're about to wrap around the world, so just for my own erudition, why don't we use this? And multiple portals have been revealed. We've got to just not be on the right level of the world. That's got to be what's happening here. No, there's no way, because look, the material's changed. We are, in fact, on the bottom of this area. It's just the portal locations thing just isn't working. Or I'm completely misunderstanding how it works. Just building crit, stacking up crystals that heal based on crit damage. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit spoiled in this game because as the mage, it doesn't really matter how I build, because I get to do platforming shenanigans, you know, to really just like avoid any kind of danger if I play properly, you know. So it's like a lot more leeway, where I feel like with a melee guy, it's kind of like how in Diablo 2, if you built your barbarian wrong, then you were not having a fun time, you know. Whereas, like, you know, like you didn't need to be able to tank really as a sorceress, not that much anyway. Okay. Optimizing the rate which you destroy mobs is a pretty straightforward route to optimizing progress. Yeah, I think so too. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I bit off more than I could more than I could chew. There was a unique there. What's up, Gloom Eyes the Unholy? Nice try, bucko. You've got a wand here. Where did it go? Oh, it's in here. $150 to $250. It's significantly less damage than my... It's one of those things, though. It shoots like this, which is kind of nice, I have to say. Man, too bad we don't have, like, that extra fire damage anymore. Let me make some ID scrolls. I think I can do this without a handy, whatever the hell, handy workbench or whatever. Yeah, we can just make these. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. It's kind of weird that it shoots fire, but it gives extra poison damage. It seems silly as hell. It's not actually doing poison damage, it just increases any poison damage I might do. It gives me an enormous amount of hit points. Oh wait, no it doesn't. It gives me like 150 hit points. 419 actually. I see. 45 armor. Growth, do more damage every shot. Resets on recharge. Oh! That's interesting. So, during the second half of this, I wonder... Let's see, our damage is 724 to 1241. Let me shoot a little bit more. So, it's okay, that's not reflected. It doesn't actually show me how much the extra damage is. 811 to 1546. 724 to 1241. So the damage reduction is huge, but you know, I think it's completely worth it. Just for the AoE. Is this more? Yeah, this is more uniqueage here. Let's try Bucko. Okay. Yep, I figured that out, Wesley, and it's really, really important. I mean, when I saw that you could make a... I don't know, man. When I saw that you could simply make parchment, then I figured, well, that's gotta be for ID scrolls. Just seemed like it probably was. Man, we're still crushing stuff with this wand. Really not half bad. I mean, if we're erasing stuff this quickly, I suspect we're just gonna erase the boss as well. Whoops, I just straight up returned to the main menu. Okay. Is that a good wand? It is. It is. No, wait, that's the same one I was using before. Derp. Okay, never mind. See, these things were crushing me in the very beginning, the guys that eat the walls, but now we can finally do enough damage that we just kill them super fast, you know? This guy feels like a real powerhouse of damage. We're really pretty much just going straight for damage on this guy. Holding Alt shows stuff on the floor. Does it? That would be the Diablo way of doing things. That would make sense. Yep, you're right, it does. Arrow keys scroll minimap. I guess you have to have a certain type of minimap on. Hold on. You can only go up and down, you can't go left and right. Does give you a feel for how big the depth of each layer is. It's really just like one screen each. A little more than one screen each. On the minimap, I mean, minimap screen. It's because that's the entire width. Is it? See the surface to decide if that's true. Yeah, I guess that is the entire width. Okay. Shall we try to take the boss? I'm gonna go with yes. I still have no idea, like why this portal thing didn't do anything for me, but okay. We'll eat the warmberry pie first. Drink some coffee. Do the scroll of blessing. Okay. Alright. Looks like it's the destroyer from Terraria. Maybe not. What's this? So the tail is not really damageable. I've got to hit it on the front. I can't do anything to those eyeballs. It's got bouncing shots that don't seem to be doing a lot to me. I would like to know what the eyeball's actually doing. It just kind of grows an eyeball and then the eyeball does nothing. Or is that like a sign that I'm destroying the tail pieces of this thing? It's not really doing much damage to me. Like, at all. Alright, well, that was pretty straightforward, Jesus. Another level of that. Another ring of defense recipe, we can sell that. The ice orb. Increased cold damage done by 20 plus. Okay, so that's interesting. Like a passive, basically. A passive damage increase, so it kind of encourages me to use a cold weapon. Although, again, the game is very... It's very RNG heavy on whether it's actually going to give me a decent cold weapon or not. I can't build my character to be a cold guy unless I have that crucial piece of the puzzle, you know? I guess in theory this might, like, inform me for later. You know, maybe I find something valuable. There was no bag of recipes this time. I don't think. Belzor Blood Eye. At the bottom of the Ichor area. Yeah, there was really nothing, nothing else. Okay. I think we're done getting recipes, maybe. Kind of curious if I can find some of that adamantine or whatever. And there it is. That's, golden lodestone. Okay. And that is something I can't carry because my inventory is too low. You know what? I'm just gonna... Ah! Holy shit, okay. It was just lodestone ore. Okay, so you combine the lodestone with the gold and you... Yeah, okay. So that blew up more of the level than I thought it would. Can't actually fly, believe it or not. Place some dirt here, I guess. I figure if we're gonna go back to the surface, we might as well go back up with some of this crap so we can make use of our harvest, you know? Thought I would be seeing better types of gems here for better enchants, but maybe not. Man, the controls to this game are just so sticky. Uh-huh. So these guys go through walls. Something to keep in mind. My dude's getting tired. I'm gonna have to go back and sleep because I've used up all the coffee slots that I'm allowed to use. There's those crystals. Hold up, let me throw this away. Throw this away. Not gonna throw the maize seeds away. I'm tempted to throw the bulbs away. Let me just hold up. Let me just teleport back. We'll come back for this stuff here in a second. Put the bars away, put the calcite away, put this stupid thing away. Probably put this dirt away, although I'm sure I'll get more. Put the runes away. Sell all this garbage. You know what? I don't want the poison anymore. If anything, I'm gonna want ice. Okay. What's up, fellas? Hold on, can I just mulch these bulbs? As dumb as that sounds, I'm sure. Operate by pressing E. Yeah, I can. Hell yeah. Anything else worth mulching? No, I'm good. Okay, first we get rid of all the green ones. You know what? We'll get rid of all the green ones and probably the blue ones as well. I can, in fact, afford to be this greedy. Make more crystal bulbs. Technically, we could grow some lodestone. Apparently not gold, though. Diamond or square? These are diamond, right? Looks like diamond to me. Those are the ones we just grew, so yeah. Oh, I need to be next to the workbench. Oh, I'm out of compost. Crap, I need to compost more stuff. Cannot be turned into compost. I guess it's got to be growable stuff. That's weird because in real life you can turn eggs into compost. But okay, I don't want to turn the maize into compost. Not realistic indeed. Didn't I have some berries somewhere? Garbage game. Agreed. Okay, I've got these berry seeds. I can turn all this crap into compost. Just like, all of these resources seem sort of pointless because I always have more of them than I actually need. 100% of the time, it seems like. It's just a matter of sort of forcing me to go shuffle around with my inventory for a while. There's no real challenge happening here, is what I'm saying. It's literally just like, hey, click buttons for a minute, and then you get what you want. Like, I don't know if, for example, the compost is meant to be an actual limited resource, but it doesn't feel like a limited resource, you know. Feels like an unlimited resource in a sense. Okay, we're gonna grab the stuff that was right around here, then we're gonna make the armor, and then we're gonna probably call it a night. Oops, I didn't mean to use that, but I'll take it, I guess. It just feels like a game that the guy had all these crazy ideas and he didn't do very much whiteboarding, and he... that's forgivable because I do the same thing where it's like I just want to throw ideas into the game that I'm working on. But after that, you have to say, okay, well that was fun. I put all this shit into the game. Okay, now these are the parts that don't make sense. You know, these are the parts that don't really improve the whole core gameplay loop that much. Maybe let's get rid of it now. And I have the feeling that he just didn't. He just kind of skipped that one. You know. I don't think he did the due diligence on paring down the ideas that didn't work. That's my take on it anyway. Didn't I already sleep a little bit? Have these guys graduated to messing with my fatigue and hunger? I'm gonna be real excited to learn that there are enemies that can do that. Whoa. Wow, that's a bug. They're not supposed to be able to follow you, I bet. Right up to the surface. My dragon is fat. Yeah, he was crushing him. He was a big boss hog. We've been keeping him nice and upgraded. And getting rewarded for it. But yeah, I mean, none of the food stuff, none of the resources in general just feel like they're really doing anything scary, you know, anything challenging, anything like, oh man, I gotta worry about this. It's more like, oh man, I've gotta worry about this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not terribly interesting. Which is a shame. But I mean, this is not... I don't know, I would say this is one of the hardest kinds of games to make feel right. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, like crafting games. Any game that has a crafting system, I think really just boils down to clicking a bunch of buttons and not really using your brain too much, you know. It's those little optimizations, I think, are where the fun is, and I'm not seeing too many of those in this game, I don't think. Well, we can make this now. Much more gold than lodestone. Lodestone crown. Lodestone greaves. Let's see, we have 20 bars of gold and 5 lodestones, so if we had 2 more, we could make the pants and the crown. But it looks like instead we'll be making the crown and the boots. So we want to keep this thing. I don't even want to think about this, so I'm just not going to. Wow, I'm a king now. What a sweet helmet. Mm-hmm. 9 hit points per second. I'm not going to care about that. So, destroy that. Identify. Any purples to identify? No. Attack power 14. Hit points, maybe. Experience gain, probably not. What we're looking for really is speed. Lightning damage. That could be fun. Fire damage. Oh, hello. Attack speed increased by 4%. Well, that'll be great as long as we're using this thing. Of course, what we really want is a cold damage thing, because then we can stick the ice orb on there, and we can probably get rid of this dumb thunderstorm text. I'm just not getting a lot of value out of it, I don't think. Critical hit 4%. Heal by 6% of crit. Nah. Honestly, I'm gonna get rid of the lightning damage thing. Recharge reduction. Eh. Okay. Okay. Probably just take armor penetration, to be honest. Gaining experience faster would be kind of nice, I suppose. We'll save these things in case they happen to be the best ones. Even after our next batch of dudes shows up. It's only so much fun solving the problem, Wesley says. Then once shit is automated, sure, you feel clever, but then you still have to click food every 15 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it would be better if at some point you just... I mean, it's funny because I was about to say it would be better if at some point the system just kind of... You got like a ring that made it so you didn't have to do that anymore, but then why have the system in the first place, you know? It feels... just kind of feels bad in general, I think. I don't know if I'm going to finish this game, to be honest. I think I've... Like, after I played the first session, I felt like there was more I wanted to see. But now that I've fooled around with the crystals and whatnot and the enchanting system, I think I've seen everything this game has to offer. I think that from this point forward, it's just going to be basically more of the same, just stacked up and stacked together. That's the biggest disappointment about this game, is that it just takes too long to introduce all the systems, and it doesn't switch it up enough. Like, it tries to trade slowing down the experience for what you actually want to see in game design, which is like constantly reinventing the way you play the game, you know? And that just, it basically, I just don't think it works very well, which is a shame, because like the bones of some really good ideas are definitely here. Like, I can see the skeleton of a good game, and I don't think this is like a bad game, but I don't really think it's a good game either. It feels like somebody's project that they kind of lost interest in, maybe like 3/4 of the way through. Maybe that's harsh, I don't know. That's just the impression I get from it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's not like I didn't have fun with it, that's for sure. No, I am not doing another invasion tonight. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting experience, and it gives me some ideas if I would ever want to make a game like this myself. I think that you gotta be so careful when you put any kind of crafting into a game. Like, you cannot really set out to casually remake Terraria, I don't think. It was the Azure Dream share. Look at these nifty ideas. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it was punishment for me torturing you with Azure Dreams. Nah, I would say this is a more complete game than Azure Dreams was. I mean, to be fair, this was made in 2018, and Azure Dreams was made in, what, like 1998? Something like that. So like I give Azure Dreams a little more leeway than this one, I think. if only because it was a little early. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's got some interesting bones in here. It gives me something to think about. So I do appreciate you giving me a copy of it, giving me a chance to kind of mess with it a little bit. Hey Senshi, you have arrived right as I'm closing the stream, my friend. It's very late, very, very late. But welcome to the stream and good night. But yeah, no, that's going to be it for the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Wesley, I'm sure we'll have a chat or two about game design that involves this game in the future, in addition to what we've already talked about. But I'm going to hit the hay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.